same types of structures we saw in the esophagus. We'll have an epithelial layer, we'll have a lamina propria, we'll have the muscular mucosa layer, and then we have various structures within those. So the opening that would be asked would be the opening that's up here. So the gastric pit goes down this way, and so it follows that opening for the pit. So again, what's the opening? Gastric pit. Very good. All right, the type of cells that are going to be the epithelial layer are not going to change between the three types of the digestive tract here. So it's all simple columnar. I'm going to have to go up another magnification to show that, so I'm going to wait on that. But the simple columnar is going to be what's lining the gastric pit. All of this material that's in here, kind of, again, the more polka dot material, that's going to be the lamina propria. We have some gastric glands that are in here. There are all these circular structures in here. So they kind of go all the way up into that lamina. And then the bottom one here is the muscular mucosa layer. And again, the lymph nodes we'll point out as we get to them. We're going to go up one.
It's hard to see it.
Okay, so on the simple columnar, what seems to happen is that the nuclei kind of line up toward the edge, and then the columns are going to stick out this way. And again, it probably looks better on your scope. My screen up here looks a lot better than this thing does. But the simple columnar is just going to line those areas here. So all of this is simple columnar. Again, all the inside material, that's all lamina propria. All that's lamina propria. And then the gastric glands are all of these circular types of structures. And then the bottom edge of the muscularis, or is the muscularis mucosa for the whole mucosa layer. And then this would be what layer?
Submucosa.
Submucosa. Remember, it doesn't look like much. You really don't have to know any structures in it, it's just submucosa. And then we start getting into some muscle. And we're not going to ask about the circular versus longitudinal in this one, because there's, again, three muscles, because there's the oblique, and they're cut so that they're all different ways. They're not lining up nice and neat for us. So, but this layer you should know as the muscularis externa layer. Where we see that muscle, that's the muscularis externa layer. Now, one thing I'm going to point out on this one, because I just saw it down there, but we actually see it a little bit better on the, oh, this is really good, on the colon slide. It's put in there. But if you remember from our talk about the layers, there is a mass of nerves that end up between the muscle layers. And so this is one of the masses. It's called a ganglion of myenteric plexus. And so it's right here. This is a set of nerves that are in here. So ganglion of myenteric plexus. But again, it's listed on your colon slide because it's a lot easier to see there. But this one has, they all have them. It's just that the colon was a little bit easier to see. But that's pretty easy to see. And as far as the serosa layer, again, we're probably not going to ask that layer. You'd have to go all the way to the outside edge, and then you can't always tell what the organ is that you're looking at, so more than likely we won't be asking that serosa layer. But all of this is the stomach. So again, on that mucosa layer, columnar again. The opening is the gastric pit. The pit's right here. Lamina propria, and all the gas